well improved in Lagos so that you and I can have a great city. You're welcome to Parking Matters. It comes to you every Fridays from 9:15 through 10 o'clock. It is an initiative of the Lagos State Parking Authority, and it is geared at putting in place best practices that relates to improving the landscape of Lagos. You're welcome. My name is Victor Oteri. In the past 3 to 4 weeks, we've been reflecting on so many aspects of the parking policy in Lagos. Today, we're going to be doing something. We're trying to see how we harmonize parking and traffic management in Lagos, and we're looking at it from the perspective of the LASPA-LASMA intersection. Sometimes you might be wondering what is the major difference between these two agencies. My guest will be shedding light on that because he's the one that supervises both agencies, and we talk to us extensively about that. We'll be serving you helpings as it comes and as it relates to your movement from one location to the other on this Val's Day. And of course, you might want to also join the conversation during the course of the program as well. And you can do that very much later on 091-5387-7127. That's 091-5387-7127. A brief break. When we return, we'll kick off the conversation in earnest.
Imagine Lagos with roads uncluttered and clear parking structures where order overtakes chaos. Lagos State Parking Authority is here to regulate and manage all parking spaces, end indiscriminate parking and effect positive changes, build a new parking culture with smart parking management systems developed to better serve the needs of Lagosians. Now, imagine that Lagos. Visit laspa.lg.gov.ng for more. Lagos State Parking Authority. Park easy, move quickly.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Parking Matters is the program. Quickly, let's take you through what's happening on the roads. We did tell you if you're making that journey to the island, the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway corridor is still looking pretty good. That's if you're taking it from Alakpere, connecting Ogudu, linking up with Yanawuru. And of course, up to the main bridge itself is looking good. If you're coming in from Bagada too, is also a good one this morning. Victoria Island axis, if you're descending from Mekwe Bridge inwards Bonny Camp roundabout, it's a moving traffic being experienced there, while traffic is getting busy approaching underneath the Bonny Camp Bridge. This is due to the intersection, and of course, morning rush too. Descending from Bonny Camp Bridge inwards Akmadu Bello Way, it's a moving traffic being experienced, and then traffic is getting busy as well from National Open University down to Mobile Filling Station. This is due to activities at that filling station right now. Immediately after Mobile, it's an appreciable movement inwards at Detokumbo at Demola. All right, on Ikorodu Road, if you're making that journey to the island, it's looking good. But those of you making the return from the island, making use of Ikorodu Road, you'll meet the slowness somewhere around Ujuelegba and, of course, Funsho, Ujuelegba and Domalong Bridge. Nothing except that we have two impediments ahead of you. One by Igbobi, and then we have another one just somewhere around Onikpan, right? So you need to take note of that as you drive through that corridor. Most other areas are still looking pretty cool. Lagos Abeokuta Expressway as well, looking pretty good as well, from Dokpemo linking up with the Lezik down to National. You might have it slow there due to the merging point, but beyond that point, inwards Oshodi, it gets much better. All right, then, so on this edition of Parking Matters, we did tell you that we're going to be reflecting on harmonizing parking and traffic management in Lagos. And we're looking at the LASPA-LASMA intersection, right? These are two agencies, but they seem to have very, very similar kind of activities. So let's join someone who is best suited to talk us through that. He's been part of both, right? He supervises both of them. And I'm talking about Mr. Olawale Musa, who is the Permanent Secretary with the Lagos State Ministry of Transportation. Mr. Musa, nice to have you back in the studios. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
All right. You were here about a month or two ago during the festivities, right?
Yeah, yes.
And I remember at that time we talked extensively about gated streets and the need for seamless traffic flow. How did you go, by the way, from your assessment during that period? Were people able to observe the gated streets?
Yeah, there was very, very, very improved compliance. and the traffic management in that period was top notch. You know, Lagos State was technically besieged for this dirty December.
That's right.
And our men worked 24 hours to ensure that the traffic kept moving.
Right,
okay, so
which is good. So beyond the Yuletide, are people still respecting those gated streets? Are they calling upon the ministry to say, look, we're going to have this, we're having that, or perhaps some are not obeying this? Do you have this kind of complaints?
You know, this is Lagos. People will always want to do their own things. It just yesterday, no, day before yesterday, we removed 3 gates.
Wow.
Because of complaints, people erect, and you know, everybody wants to have their own domain. Once they will be there, then they want to have this my territory. So they put gates, and at the end of the day, it hinders free flow of traffic.
So from time to time, people call the ministry.
Yes, people will keep. They will test our will. They will test our resolve, and we too will respond accordingly. It's normal. It's normal. This is Lagos.
Right, which is very good. And I know from time to time, your ministry, you're always coming up with novel ideas. Not too long ago, about 10 days ago, you introduced the new arm of the intelligent transport system, where you are talking to us about some areas where you have just some those cameras that can track speed limits. Is that correct?
Yeah. Funnily, it's only the speed limit that is new, that we've not been enforcing. Having speed limit is natural. On any road that we construct, we will naturally put the speed limit. We have it on terminal, on all of our major roads, we have it. But what we've seen is that people don't look out for these signs, and they don't obey these signs. So what we've done is that in those places, we are going to be enforcing. So gradually, people start obeying the speed limit. It's just basically for safety of our people on the road.
Okay.
So we want people to start imbibing the culture of obeying speed limit on our roads.
So once I drive above the speed limit on that particular road,
you're in trouble.
okay, so let's come to the subject of discourse this morning, Mr. Lawale Musa. LASMA and LASMA. These are 2 agencies that are under your purview, under the ministry. So, will it be right if I refer to them as Siamese twins?
Yeah, they are, obviously, and it's very easy. You see, parking is a traffic management solution. You understand? So, and LASMA deals with traffic management.
Right.
So this is a solution to traffic management. You understand?
Right.
So whether we like it or not, they are interwoven. Okay,
so both of them are solutions.
They are symbiotic. They are both solutions. No, you see, this a part. Parking is a part.
Okay, of
traffic management.
All right.
You understand? So it's just a function of traffic management that is separated, dedicated. You know, we have a dedicated agency to do that.
Right.
You know, so that is basically what it's about.
So areas of concurrence is that both of them are under traffic management. They are providing solutions for traffic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But
yes.
in terms of distinction now, I need you to place it for us. What are the distinctive characteristics of these 2 agencies?
Yeah, LASPA, that is Parking Authority, only deals with parking. Okay, only deals with parking, whereas LASMA encompasses all that is traffic management, because technically right now the agency is still in its embryonic stage.
Right.
Okay.
It's evolving.
Yes, evolving. So there are a lot of places where the agency cannot reach for now.
Right.
So, but the areas that the agency has designated, okay, then the parking in that area is controlled by LASPA. What should happen is the entire state, when it comes to parking, okay, the agency is in charge of parking, the entire stretch of the state.
Right.
Okay.
And then they'll be able to issue licenses for private operators.
So what happens is, if I've issued a license, okay, then we will have, technically we have people that will monitor that compliance to those licenses, because like I said, this is Lagos. People will test your result. They will come and collect license. Okay, let me give you, for instance, I have somebody that got license to park 10 vehicles.
Okay.
And when we got there, they are 40.
40?
I'm just
instead of 10?
Instead of 10. You understand?
That's a gross violation.
LASPA has given the permit, but they are causing traffic on the road. So invariably, the license is to ensure that you don't have more than 10 vehicles there. We have looked at the space you have. You can only have 10 vehicles. So you can't have 10 vehicles. You can't have more than 10 there. But you see people, they will not tell you that, I have license. You understand? So there will always be that, because once they are outside the approval limit, there's bound to be traffic implication.
All right.
Okay, especially you see it around all these event center, clubs, and all those. You see it around those places. So we have that challenge.
Yeah. So, but in a case of this nature, when you have agencies that are performing almost like interwoven kind of functions, so to say, do you think, or don't you think there will be some kind of misunderstanding?
No. Everything is interwoven. Let me give you Ministry of Works. They will construct road.
Okay.
Ministry of Transportation does not construct roads. Okay. Ministry of Work will construct roads. Okay. And they will hand it over to Ministry of Transportation to manage. You see there's a distinction.
Right.
So when it comes to road construction, we already know who does it. But when it comes to junction improvement, okay, we will do it too. Okay. Ministry of Transportation will do it, because when the roads when the roads have been constructed, there is usually an evolution. Okay, evolution of use and others. Especially in the moment a road is constructed, it becomes very busy. Okay, so you now need additional requirements for us to make sure that the road is made effective use of. So we will now step in to bring the road furniture, the traffic light, some additional road signs, zebra crossing where we didn't think we needed zebra crossing initially, because the road is now built. People will build. You see a school that will come up there, so we'll go there, put zebra crossing. You know, all those type of things. So we work together. This is state. We all work in sync. Okay?
So there's no need for
No. There is no.
Okay, I'm going to paint you a scenario right now, Permanent Secretary. So in a situation whereby somebody parks on the road, or perhaps on the setback of the road, wants to buy something and just drops from his vehicle. LASMA comes and they say you have violated the traffic law, and they now want to pick up that vehicle. In that kind of case, LASMA could tow that vehicle to their yard. But is that not supposed to be LASMA's responsibility?
No. You see, in this instance, you have already committed an offense. LASMA will not tell you to park in that particular place.
Right.
That's why it becomes an offense. So LASMA will pick you up. Okay.
Right.
So
who's supposed to do that? Who's supposed to carry that for you? It's not LASMA's function. LASMA's function.
There are two issues to look at. One, whether LASMA does it or LASMA does it, is Lagos State government that is doing it. So it is you as an individual that is now saying this person should do it, that person should do it. What we want to do is to have free flow of traffic, people obeying the law willfully. Okay, that's what we want to have. It does not really matter who does it. Okay. It doesn't really matter.
All right. So what are the consequences now for those who park on setbacks, those who just want to do anything, or those that are even buying things on the road and they cause some kind of traffic buildup? What's the consequence?
Firstly, when you talk about setback, I think we need to define what you call setback. Are you talking of walkways? You can't park on walkways. It is illegal. Walkway is meant for pedestrians to park, because once you park there, that means pedestrians will have to go on the road. Okay, you put them in danger when they go on the road. So that one is illegal. That what is, there's nobody will allow you to do that. Now, when it calls setback, is maybe in front of your property.
Right.
When you have that space or gap there, yes, you have to get a permit for you to do that from LASPA. So once you have that permit, nobody's coming to disturb you.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
But if it's on the walkway, that's where
you can't park on the walkway. You can't not park on the walkway.
Right. Okay, but I'm talking about those who even park indiscriminately now. They are driving on the road, and they are on one lane, and because they see hawkers around, they just stop on that lane, and then they begin to do their buying, as the case may be. What are the consequences for that?
You see, those are the peculiarities of Lagos. At the end of the day, why are you encouraging street talking? Why are you encouraging that is buying and selling on the roadside?
Right.
See, those are the reasons why we have traffic on the road, because we think it's normal thing. It's something we've been doing for years. It's something I've done before, so I won't lie. I've done it before.
Right.
Okay, when I was younger. It's something I grew up knowing.
Right.
It's something I grew up doing. But the truth is, we say we want our state, our Lagos, to be better than London, better than New York and everything. And these are what makes those states better. These are the things that don't happen in those cities.
Right.
It does not happen there. So if we want our city, we keep comparing. We say Nigeria is not doing this, not doing that. But these are the sacrifices the people make to make their cities better. So we have to encourage our people to also make those sacrifices so that our city will be the the Lagos of our dream.
Let's talk about parking issues now, especially for events. LASPA is the agency that should be regulating all parking matters, right? What should be the approach if we're going to have an event? What should we do?
You see, unfortunately, this is a very, very big challenge. So I need to break it down so we understand it. Now, firstly, there's an event center. You want to have an event. The event center is supposed to have maybe 1,000 people to come to, a capacity, 1,000 people capacity.
Right.
You naturally would not expect that everybody bring their vehicles, but in this Lagos, everybody wants to go to their vehicle. Everybody is a big man.
Exactly.
You understand? They want to show we are big. So the event center has only parking for 200, 300. You have 1,000 people coming. The remaining 700, where will they go? It spills over to the road and they end up causing traffic. So we have two challenges here.
Okay.
One, yes, some of them have approval for that building, okay? And the agreement was everybody will park inside, okay? That is why we gave it that approval to have maybe 300 parking spaces for the event.
Right.
Now, if it spills over, there are two things that will happen. One, is either LASMA comes there to come and tow you for causing traffic infraction, or you have to pay for your parking outside of that event. And that is where we are going. Invariably, what we are going to be having is that if you are parking outside your event center, okay, we will arrange you and we will make you park properly, but you pay for it.
So that means we have to get in touch with LASPA.
No, you don't have to get in touch with us. We will come on our own, don't worry.
Okay.
We are on ground, we will come. Don't get in touch with us. We already know where they are. We already know where we are having those challenges.
Right.
In fact, we have a lot of them did not even get permit to have those structures built. Okay? They don't have what we call traffic impact assessment. And what does is that for you to have a property, we will look at the traffic that will be generated from your property, and these are the things that need to be put on ground for that property to be situated in that particular situation, in that particular environment. Now, if you did not get it and you end up building that property, obviously there's going to be a traffic implication, and we are going to come to challenge you on that.
All right, then. Alawale Musa, we're still going to talk about buildings and residential places without enough parking spaces, even as the program moves on. But I can see some of you are very, very eager. Anytime you hear Alawale Musa on radio, you're always very eager to speak with him. All right, so we'll open the lines 09153877127. That's 09153877127. And of course, you can also send in your WhatsApp messages on 08099120777. Okay, that's 08099120777. Those are the lines that you can connect with us if you want to ask any question that relates to what we are really talking about this morning. It's about,
Hello, good morning.
All right, let me take your call. Hello, good morning. What's your name?
Good morning, my name is Olu.
Olu, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mushin.
Mushin, all right. Olu, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Victor, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Look, I just want to contribute to something.
Yes.
Please, we need you to bring the person in charge of PVI to the radio. We have 1001 discussion with him. And the person is in charge of
what?
state camera. PVIS. PVIS.
Oh, PVIS.
People in charge of Lagos camera, yeah.
Okay.
We don't know their office. We don't know the number to be calling. There's I have a person which was sent a message that I don't have the paper, that I violated legal and death matters. And I've contested for the past 2 months now. There was no turn up. There was I don't know the office. I've asked VIO, I asked all the people in charge. They say they don't have office. That I have to go and pay that for.
Hello, sir.
I contested.
Hello,
yes,
sir. Hello,
there was no prompt.
Hello, sir.
Olu, just listen. The permanent secretary will respond to you.
VIS is a department under my ministry, so
You say what?
VIS is a department under my ministry, under my watch. So I oversee that department. So I think I can answer that question. I'm that position to answer.
All right.
Now, I'm going to give you 2 numbers. Okay? If you have, call that number and we will resolve it. So 0900 2000 9000. 090 That's 090 2000 9000. 090 2000 9000. 090 2000 4000. Somebody will pick it up. So VIS is, I oversee it, so I don't want to go into details because we will start digressing on the topic of today.
Okay, so just listen on the radio, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And that's why we are on this program. Anytime you have any issues, you can always bring them up, and of course, our guests will be able to respond. But we're talking parking matters this morning. So if you have any questions that relates to that, feel free. And if you have been worried or perhaps concerned about the parking laws in Lagos State or the parking policy, you can feel free to bring that on board as well. 080-99-120-777 and 09153877127. Those are the numbers that you can reach us as well on the program this morning. All right. I have a message here. It says, Mr. Olawale Musa, I have been following your work since your days as the general manager of LASMA, and I can confidently say that you are one of the bright sparks we have in Lagos. Sir, don't you think something should be done about the hoodlums who extort Lagosians in the name of parking? B is sending that one. B, thank you so much for that.
That question is very, very succinct, and I'm happy that question is asked. You see, what we are going to have is that before you understand the scenario, let me just give you a scenario now.
Okay.
In the UK, something happened to me. I went to visit a friend. I can't drive there because I don't have a car. So somebody took me. We went to visit a friend in his house. Okay. On that street, okay, they said parking. You can park for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they know they can have visitors. So the only people allowed to park are residents in that place. So as a visitor, you are not allowed to spend 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you get a fine.
Wow.
That's the truth.
After 30 minutes?
After 30 minutes, you get a fine. So you know what we did? After 30 minutes, we quickly went to move our car and moved it to another street. So we know we won't spend another 30 minutes. You understand the way it is as Lagosians now. We carry our Lagos says go London.
So parking is a serious matter everywhere.
It's serious business. So what they have done is they have concessioned it. They have some people that their salaries and everything are tied to ensuring that people obey those laws. So it's something that we are also bringing to Lagos. So we are going to concession some areas to some people, and they will be in charge of parking in those areas. So you will not be having miscreants and everything, because if somewhere has been concession to me, I will make sure that no miscreants. Okay, because the money that is made, that is where I will get the money. And the truth is, when you pay those money, it doesn't come into my bank account.
All right.
It goes into government account. It is only when payments are made that I can make my own money too. You understand? So those miscreants, we will get rid of them, but it is a gradual process. We are coming up with it. We will sensitize the public.
Let's take this call. Hello there, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Victor.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. Comrade Daniel.
Comrade Daniel, nice to have you.
Thank you very much, Victor.
Go ahead.
Good to see you, Mr.
Good morning, sir.
All right. Yes, my complaint, I was also complaint, since you said the DIS is under your purview.
Yes, sir.
Recently, the vehicle roadworthiness certificate was increased. Maybe sometimes in January. I went there to renew. All of a sudden, I told you the money had been increased to about 10,000 naira, as against 6,900 previously.
Okay.
I asked them, why didn't you people put it in the public domain that this thing will decrease for so people, so we prepare for it? So at times people come there, they are always embarrassed that it has been increased. But I think something of that nature should be done. Also, my question that you just spoke about is miscreant. It is common especially within the Lagos Island. Miscreants are decided to take over some parks. By the time you drive into the end part of the Lagos Island, come and park here, pay 1,000 naira, pay 500 naira. Miscreants, there's no government official presence there. But I love what the parking agency government has just set up into. I hope everything work out well. accordingly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Comrade Daniel. All right, two things. No public notice for increment in roadworthiness. Secretary?
I'm not sure that we didn't inform. You know, a lot of these challenges is that most of the time, if you go to our site, our people are used to reading of this soft news. Okay, we, as much as possible, we encourage information to be given before we do any action. Okay, so if it has not been enough, okay, I will take responsibility on that. Okay, since you have said you raised the issue now, we'll make sure that more information is
put in the public domain.
Yeah.
All right.
On the other issue is just what I've said earlier. What we are going to do, we are going to take full control of all these areas and bring orderliness in parking Lagos State.
All right, that'll be good, so that these miscreants will not take over most of those areas. All right, 08099120777, 09153877127. Most of you are still sending in messages. I would take some more. But let's let you know, if you are making that journey to the island, Ikorodu Road is still good, but we're tracking two impediments, two articulated vehicles within that particular corridor. But that's on a return trip, so not really affecting those of you that are making that journey towards the island. All right, this one says, Victor, good morning. What strategies are in place to reduce indiscriminate parking, especially in business districts? Olumide is sending that one in. Olumide, thank you so much. So, business districts, central business district, for instance, what are you guys doing in those areas?
It's just what I've said.
Okay.
It's going to be concession to some people.
All right.
Okay, and we have parking bays, parking slots where people can park, clearly identified. Okay, we are going to have signs and everything. The fees and everything is going to be there, and you make payment. Anybody that parks outside those areas, the vehicles will be impounded.
Right.
Okay. So there will be sanity.
Okay. This one says, is the government considering more public parking spaces or multi-level parking solutions? Oluwayomi Emmanuel is saying that one. Oluwayomi, thank you so much for that one. So, what's the latest with multi-level parking that we are designing?
We it's part of our strategy. We have some of them that will be coming upstream on the island, even here in Ikeja. So what we do is encourage our investors to come in to partner with the state. Let me tell you, the challenge with having especially in built-up areas, is exactly where do you want to have those properties, because the properties the area is already built up.
Yeah.
So we need to acquire some of those property.
And then you can build something that's high.
That is where we can build, and that is what we have started working on, and gradually we'll begin to see the results. All
right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM 08099120777 09153877127. We're talking parking matters, and today we're looking at the intersection where LASMA and LASPA meet, and of course the permanent secretary has explained it. Hello there. Okay, we lost that one. This one says, are there any partnerships with private companies to develop better parking infrastructure? Shehu Ibrahim is sending that one in.
I think I basically answered that we are partnered with the public, okay, to have this multi-level storage capacity. It's not something government is going to do.
Okay.
Okay, it is the private people that are going to invest and recoup their money.
Let's talk about residents, parking in residents, and the parking policy. A lot of buildings, you see them spring up overnight. Somebody is building 4 flats, 6 flats, and he seems to have occupied the whole land within that plot.
No.
What is government doing about that?
This is something it can't happen, basically, for residential. Because I'll tell you what normally happens, and let me just so people will know, is that people will come. They will tell us they want to build a certain type of property. Okay, we give them a and they do change of use. Like if you come residents, we already know you have 10 flats. Okay, let's say an average of 1 vehicle per flat. That means you should have an average of 10 parking spaces. And if you have 5 people coming to visit, that's 15. I'm just saying, for example, we have our parameters. Okay, so you must have those kappa. That one is sacrosanct. There's nothing, you must have it. But what you now see is that it begins as residential, then it starts turning to commercial. Okay, that is when those challenges start coming in. And when you have it as being commercial, what we do is, and we have started doing it, will come and tell you, okay, we want to see the your TIA, your traffic impact assessment, the approval we gave you for that property when as regards traffic. If you have gone out of it, then you are